Very good morning to all of you children. Today we will start a new chapter, a very important chapter, that is electricity. Now, as you know, electricity is an important source of energy in the modern times. For almost all work, we are dependent on electricity. In our homes, in industry, in transport, all are based on electricity. Now in this chapter we will discuss what constitutes electricity, how does it flow in an electric circuit, what are the factors that controls and regulate current through an electric circuit. So first we will discuss electric current and circuit. Electric current and circuit. I am reading some lines from NCERT book. You open page 199. I am reading these lines. We are familiar with air current and water current. We know that flowing water constitutes water current in rivers. So you all are familiar with this, water current and air current. Flowing water constitute water current. Blowing air constitute air current. Similarly, if electric charges flows through a conductor, we say that there is an electric current in the conductor. So what constitutes electric current? Flow of charges through a conductor. In a torch, we know that the cell or a battery, when placed in proper order, provide flow of charge or an electric current through the torch bulb to glow. We have also seen that torch gives light only when its switch is on. What does a switch do? A switch makes a conducting link between the cell and the bulb. So it means when switch is on, circuit is complete and the bulb starts glowing. When switch is off, the circuit is disconnected and no current flows through the circuit and hence bulb will not glow. A continuous and closed path of an electric current is called an electric circuit. So what an electric circuit is? Electric circuit. A closed and continuous path. A closed and continuous path in which electric current flows is called an electric circuit. Write this line. A closed and continuous path in which electric current flows is called an electric circuit. Now there are two types of circuit. Two types of electric circuit. The two types are, first, closed circuit and second, open circuit. Now what a closed circuit is? Closed circuit, in closed circuit, switch is on. In closed circuit, switch is on and current flows through the circuit. Similarly, in open circuit, although these terms are very easy and simple, but I am discussing because one time this question was asked in board examination. So open circuit means switch is off and no current flows through the circuit. You write these things in your classwork copy. So you all have written that electric circuit is a closed continuous path in which electric current flows, and there are two types of electric circuit: closed circuit and open circuit. In closed circuit, simply the switch is on and current flows through the circuit, and in open circuit, switch is off and no current flows through the circuit. Now we will read further the last paragraph of page 199. How do we express electric current? Electric current is expressed by the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. So what constitute electric current? Flow of charges constitute electric current. So how much charge flows through area in unit time, that will be the current. In circuits using metallic wire, electrons constitute the flow of charges. However, electrons were not known at the time when the phenomena of electricity was observed. So electric current was considered to be the flow of positive charges, and the direction of flow of positive charges was taken to be the direction of electric current, and this is known as conventional direction of flow of current. So now we will define electric current. So electric current is the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. It is the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. Now, when electricity was discovered, at that time electrons were not discovered. So the scientists believe that the flow of current is from positive to negative. Positive to negative, you know, in cell we have two terminals. This is positive and this is negative terminal. So electrons were not discovered at that time. So the scientists believe that in a circuit the current flows from positive to negative. The arrows show the direction of current. We represent current by letter I. So they thought that this is the direction of current. But actually, as you know, in a cell we have two terminals, positive and negative. Positive means a terminal which has deficiency of electron, and negative terminal, it means a terminal end which has excess of electrons. So negative terminal has excess of electrons and positive terminal has deficiency of electrons. So actually electrons move from negative to positive. The direction of flow of electron is like this. This is the direction of flow of electron from negative to positive. But scientists believe at that time that current flows from positive to negative. So this is known as conventional direction of flow of current. Conventional direction of flow of current, it means कि ये मान लिया गया कि हाँ करंट जो है पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव फ्लो करता है, ये conventional direction of flow of electron. But actually in a circuit current flows from negative to positive because here we have excess of electrons. तो ये पता है कि excess of electrons से deficiency of electron की तरफ electrons का movement होगा. So electrons actually move from negative to positive. So this is also important that conventional direction of flow of current. Write this heading in your class for copy. Conventional direction of flow of current. Right, conventional direction of flow of current. Right, conventionally, write down, conventionally in an electric circuit, the direction of electric current the direction of electric current is taken as the direction of electric current is taken as opposite to the direction of flow of electrons, opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. Written? Now we will write an expression for electric current. So expression for electric current. So suppose a Q quantity, suppose there is a conductor. Conductor means any conducting wire. So wires are cylindrical, as you know. Suppose this is a wire. So this is the thickness of the wire and we call it as क्रॉस सेक्शन, इसको बोलते हैं क्रॉस सेक्शन. Now suppose in unit time Q quantity of charge, Q represents charge, net charge. Suppose capital Q quantity of charge is flowing per unit time or in time t. It may be 1 second. Suppose Q quantity of charge is flowing per second through the cross section of conductor. This charge Q is flowing per second through the cross section of current, a conductor. Then we say that current I, then current I will be equal to Q by T. So if you want, you can draw this diagram. Suppose this is a conductor and this represents the cross section of conductor, and we are saying that through the cross section of conductor Q quantity of charge is flowing per unit time or in time t, then current will be Q by T. So draw this figure. And then you will write, if a net charge Q, if a net charge Q flows across the cross section of a conductor, in time t, then current I through the cross section will be I is equal to Q by T. So this is a important formula to calculate current. Write these lines. If a net charge Q flows across the cross section of a conductor in time t, then current I through the cross section will be I is equal to Q by T. I think you all have written. Now SI unit of charge. SI unit of charge is Coulomb. SI unit of charge is Coulomb. And the unit is based on the name of scientist, that's why symbol is capital C. So Coulomb is the SI unit of charge, and 1 Coulomb means 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. 1 Coulomb of charge means 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. So if we say that 1 Coulomb of charge is flowing through a conductor, it means 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons are flowing through the conductor. Now, charge on each electron, that is also important. Charge on each electron, as you know, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Charge on each electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. So must remember these values, that SI unit of charge is Coulomb, and 1 Coulomb means 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons, and charge on each electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. Now the electric current is expressed by a unit ampere. So SI unit of electric current is ampere. Again, this unit is based on the name of scientist. So symbol is capital A. Must remember that SI unit of electric current is ampere. Now you can get question that define 1 ampere. Very important question. Write this question. Define 1 ampere. So the formula which we have written earlier, that I is equal to Q by T. Now we have written expression for electric current that I is equal to Q by T. So I stands for electric current and SI unit of current is ampere. So we can write 1 ampere, and for charge SI unit is coulomb. So we can write 1 coulomb for Q, and for time we can write 1 second. So you can define 1 ampere with this expression, that if we can say that if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current is said to be 1 ampere. What I am saying, if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current is said to be 1 ampere. So write a definition for it. If 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current through the conductor is 1 ampere. So very important definition of 1 ampere. If 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current through the conductor is 1 ampere. So children, we have defined 1 ampere, that if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current through the conductor is 1 ampere. Now 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of 1 coulomb of charge per second. As I have written, 1 coulomb of charge is flowing per second through a cross section of conductor, then current is 1 ampere. Now we will discuss some other smaller units to measure current. One unit is ampere. Now the smaller units are milliampere and microampere. So smaller units for measuring current. are. First, milliampere. Milliampere, symbolically we will write it as MA, small m capital A, milliampere. And 1 milliampere is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Must remember it, 1 milliampere is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. Now another unit is microampere. Microampere. And the symbol for microampere is mu A. The symbol for microampere is mu A, and 1 microampere is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. So these smaller units are equally important for the measurement of electric current. Now the instrument which is used to measure electric current is ammeter. An ammeter is always connected in series in an electric circuit. What is series connection and parallel connection, that we will learn afterwards. But you must know that ammeter is a device which measures electric current. It is always connected in series and it has low resistance. So write it. Right, an ammeter is a device used to measure electric current. And two things are important with this device, that always connected in series in a circuit, always connected in series in a circuit through which the current is to be measured. And second point, that it has low resistance. Now you are not familiar with this term also, resistance. We will discuss about resistance also in this chapter in detail, but you know that it has low resistance. If resistance will be high, it will not measure the current, it will consume some of the current and actual measurement of current will be affected. So this is all about electric current. I am reading the last paragraph, that an instrument called ammeter measures electric current in a circuit. It is always connected in series in a circuit through which the current is to be measured. Figure shows the schematic diagram of a typical electric circuit comprising a cell, an electric bulb, an ammeter and a plug key. Note that electric current flows in the circuit from positive terminal to the cell to the negative terminal of the cell through the bulb and ammeter. So ammeter, you see this electric circuit, they have connected ammeter in the path of electric current in series so that it can measure the electric current of the circuit. Now some of the questions we will discuss. What does an electric circuit mean? Question number 1 on page 200. So we have discussed an electric circuit means that a closed continuous path in which electric current flows. Define the unit of current. So unit of current is ampere. So you have to write a definition for 1 ampere, that if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current is said to be 1 ampere. Then calculate the number of electrons constituting 1 coulomb of charge. Now I am going to solve this question, question number 3. NCERT page 200, we are solving question number 3. What you have to calculate? The number of electrons constituting 1 coulomb of charge. If they ask what is the number of how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb of charge, directly you can write 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons as we have written today. But you have to calculate. So net charge is given, Q is equal to 1 coulomb, and you have to calculate number of electrons, and you know charge on each electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So there is a formula that net charge is equal to number of electrons into charge on each electron. What I am saying, that net charge capital Q is equal to number of electrons into charge on each electron. So we have to calculate N here. So we are writing 1 coulomb is equal to N into charge on each electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So N can be written as 1C by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19C. Now coulomb cancel. So if you will simplify, it will be 10 divided by 16 into 10 to the power minus 19. This can be written as, when we 10 to the power minus 19, when it moves towards numerator, it will be positive, and we are taking 110 out, so we are making it 100. So 100 by 16. Now simplify it. It will be 8 and 50 and then 4 and 25. So 25 divided by 4, 4 6 then 4 2 and then 5. So you are getting 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Now 0.25 electrons are not possible in fraction. That's why we are writing because electrons are complete number particles. So in fraction it is not possible. So we are writing 6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. So in this way you have to calculate the number of electrons. So now giving a question, children, as a homework. A radio set draws a current of 0.36 ampere for 15 minutes. Calculate the amount of charge that flows through the circuit. So must solve this question and must remember the things which we have discussed today, that what is an electric circuit, a closed continuous path through which current flows. Then the concept of open and closed circuit, that a closed circuit switch is on and current flows through the circuit. In open circuit, switch is off and no current flows through the circuit. Then we have discussed the conventional direction of current, that when electricity was discovered, at that time electrons were not discovered. So scientists assume that electricity flows from positive to negative terminal in a circuit. So that is conventional direction of flow of current. But actually electron moves in a circuit from negative to positive. Then we have defined electric current, that flow of charges through a cross section of conductor in unit time, that is electric current. And then we have derived an expression. We assume that if q quantity of charge, net charge, flows through a cross section of conductor in time t, then simply current I will be equal to q by t. Now q is the charge and SI unit of charge is coulomb, and 1 coulomb is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. Also remember that charge on each electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And then we have discussed the SI unit of current. The SI unit of current is ampere, and we have defined 1 ampere, that if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section of conductor in 1 second, then current through the conductor is 1 ampere. Now SI unit for measuring current is ampere, and the smaller units are milliampere and microampere. 1 milliampere is 10 to the power minus 3 ampere, and 1 microampere is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. And then the device for measuring electric current, the device is ammeter. And when we are talking about ammeter, it is always connected in series in a circuit, and it has low resistance. And then we have discussed the questions. First 2 questions answers we have already written, and third question I have solved. I think you are able to understand. Now same this is based on same formula. Try to solve this question, and in next class we have, I think in coming week, so must submit in my WhatsApp number solution of this question, and in coming week we will discuss more about electric potential and potential difference. Thank you, children.